What's up guys, my name is Alex and welcome to my Supergirl review video. I'm going to be talking about the most recent episode of Supergirl, which is season 3 episode 13, and it is the last Supergirl episode before they go on a 9-week break. So yeah, let's get into this. Oh, just quickly, I did do a live reaction to this episode, so if you guys want to see me react live to it, that's up on my Patreon, and there's a link in the description to that, so you guys can go check that out if you want. But let's get into this episode. So this episode was, I guess, it was very heavily focused on Purity, which was another world killer. Really, there was no, like, they jumped into it really quickly. I guess they really didn't want to, like, play out the whole discovering who she was. Like, they literally just, like, they went after her on, like, a whim Supergirl had. She literally had a dream, so they're like, let's, like, bust down this random girl's door, wreck her house, and, like, swat her, scare the shit out of her because Supergirl had a dream, okay? But that aside, ended up being Purity. They scared Purity out of Julia. And yeah, so it was, I'm not gonna lie, this episode, there was a lot of confusing things in it, and I just felt like I was missing out a lot. One, I feel like Alex, this episode, it felt like, I don't know, it felt like she was in the wrong episode. Like, it felt like her attitude and her, like, reactions were what Alex would have been like, what, 5 episodes ago or something? Like, she was all about having, like, no hope, and she's just, like, really cynical and just, like, really, like, you know, headstrong, and just, like, angry. And, like, this is all based on, like, her being angry about, like, the breakup with Maggie, and it's like, I don't know, it just felt like, it felt out of place. Like, it felt like it belonged 5 episodes ago. Like, didn't they literally, like, last episode have Alex comforting Sam, being like, I was in a really rough place, but Kara, you know, stuck it out with me and let me know, you know, things get better, and, you know, essentially gave her hope again, and then all of a sudden she's, like, back to being pissed. It just felt really out of place. But anyway, Kara sort of, was convinced that Julia and Purity were 2 different people, and they were trying to get Julia out. Alex, of course, was being weird about it. Yeah, and so, like, that was a good portion of this episode. Like, they captured Purity pretty quickly, and then they spent, what, like, a good 20 minutes of the episode, you know, switching back and forth from different scenes, but a good 20 minutes of the episode, like, invested in Alex and Kara, like, interrogating Purity, but, like, not getting anywhere. Also, we found out that Julia, so, like, the human counterpart of Purity, totally in love with her best friend, and I was like, oh, Julia. Oh, I just wanted to protect her. I couldn't. I was like, oh. We also had, like, some Mon-El scenes. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't really annoyed me this season that much, right? He's just sort of been in the background. But again, they had some really random scenes with him and Imra this episode, which felt out of place. Like, they had, like, they were arguing, but, like, it, like, when it first was shown that they were arguing, I felt so confused. I was like, have I missed something? I feel like I've missed, like, a whole conversation. But, I mean, I don't know. They just, like, again, it's just like they won't give up on, like, Mon-El being like, I love Imra, but this situation with Kara is hard. Like, every episode, he has to mention how hard it is for everyone involved. It's like, okay, buddy, we get it. I don't know. I mean, it's probably just me, but the Mon-El scenes were boring. But, again, as usual, the Sam Rain storyline has got me hooked. It has got me hooked. She took some time off work at Lena's request and had a family day with her daughter, which she ended up, like, just bolting from, like, and turned into Rain. And honestly, the last scene of this episode was what made the episode for me, when she was, you know, she came back to the office because Lena, you know, texted her, said that she's got Ruby, and then they had that conversation where Sam turned into Rain while Lena was there. I was freaking out when that happened. I was like, yes, yes. I don't know. I liked it a lot. I just really like that, like, they're figuring out that she's Rain instead of like Rain, you know, fucking up the day and then being like, haha, I'm Sam, you know? I do really like that they're finding out and it's not going to be like this big betrayal. Yeah. And I guess it also sort of confirmed this episode that it's very likely that Sam is going to have a redemption story. Well, Sam/Rain is going to have a redemption story because, you know, we have been mentioned previously by like Mon-El and Imra that they had heard of like the World Killers. They were not like killed. They just disappeared. And it was also mentioned again this episode that, you know, they can't kill the World Killers, but they need to save them. So I guess that's pretty much, I don't want to say pretty much confirming, but I feel like it's very likely we're going to see a redemption story for Sam/Rain. And I'm really glad for it and I'm really hoping for it because I just want more of Sam. Sam is just like, I'm just so on board with Sam's character right now. I love her so much. So yeah, the last scene definitely was the maker of this episode. I feel like I don't know, I was very confused throughout this episode. It just felt like there was a lot of things that felt out of place. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to call this the first half of the season, even though we sort of had the first half, then we had a break, and now we've had 4 episodes, and now we're going to have another break, like 9 weeks. I'm going to bunch these 4 episodes in with the first half, because I have said this previously, but I'm not really judging the future of Supergirl based on these 4 episodes, because they had all that drama with Andrew and stuff like that, and that fuckhead. After these episodes had been written and like partially filmed. So these 4 episodes were already like influenced by him, right? And I feel like if there's going to be any change whatsoever, it's going to be in the second half of the season. And I really do hope the second half of the season picks up a bit. Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with the second half of the season. There's definitely a lot of potential. But yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on this episode. What do you guys think? What would you guys like for the second half of the season as well? Yeah, I'd really like to know that. But Legends of Tomorrow is going to be taking the place of Supergirl next week. I am going to be watching it. I'm going to be catching up on Legends because I'm not up to date on Legends. So I'm going to be catching up on Legends this week. And I'm going to be watching it. I am 75% sure I'm going to be doing like review videos to Legends. Since, you know, Sarah and Ava are pretty much confirmed. I'm pretty excited for them. So at this point, I'm like 75% sure I'm going to be doing review videos. So, but I'll let you guys know, I guess, in my Les Talk in this upcoming week. Or you guys will just see if there's a review video up or not. But yeah, that's this Supergirl episode. Yeah, I just like... I don't know, it was a lot of like stalling, I guess, this episode. It was that very last scene that really got me hyped. But yeah, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new and you like this video, subscribe, that'd be awesome. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.